Over here, I have that halogen Ziza bulb that we used.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just realized that I didn't shoot an intro for the LED bulb install, so I'm just going to do something real quick right here. Give you guys a brief background about it. So I bought this LED kit off of Amazon. I'm going to show you guys the details about it and sort of how to install it and the difference between the Ziza halogen bulbs and the LED lights that I bought. So you already saw the difference in a previous video between a stock halogen and the Ziza halogen. Now you're about to see the difference between the Ziza and the LED. So let's get started.
All right, so I'm trying to do my best to give you guys a little close-up of this bulb that I bought. There we go. So there is 6 LED chips on both sides. This is the whole unit. And to install it with these H7s, what you actually do is you push down on the retaining assembly right here. You have to push down on this pretty hard. I can't do it with 2 fingers and twist it at the same time. But you push down on this and you twist it, and there's some markings in here that show you little openings to basically align the pins with. And then you take this little ring off. You assemble, well, not assemble, I guess, but you put the ring in first, secure it down like you would your normal light bulb, so you still have your main LED itself in your hands. Once you have this assembled inside of your headlight, you actually put this in there, push on it, and then turn it into position, and it locks in place. So the install is actually pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It wasn't that difficult, only took me a couple minutes for each side. Now, let me show you guys the box. This is the box. It's Car Rover LED. It was only $35 on Amazon. And honestly, I mean, they're brighter than the Ziza bulbs, obviously, because they're LED and the Zizas were halogen. But the color temperature is very, very similar. These are supposed to be a 6,000 Kelvin. The Arctic, or not the Arctic, but the pure white Zizas, those were supposed to be 7,500. But I mean, either way, they both look really, really good. But these are definitely much brighter. The light cutoff is so clean. All right, so another thing I almost forgot to mention, these do have this little harness box on here. This is your driver. It is not a CAN bus error fix for like European cars and whatnot, and some American cars that have a CAN bus system. So I did get a bulb out warning light when I turned on the car, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty sure you can actually program that out using the Carly app for BMWs, which I'm probably going to do. And the biggest issue, though, is flicker. Now, my car originally was a halogen car. I did not have the HIDs. And typically what I was researching is that people who try to go from the HIDs to these, they're the ones that have issues with flickering. The guys that go from halogen to LED, not so much. And I'm sure there is some sort of resistor anti-flicker mechanism inside of that box. And whatever it is, it's working great, because I had 0 flicker on the driver's side one when I tested it out. I let it sit there and run for a little bit, and absolutely no flicker, no nothing. It was good, good to go. So just a little heads up for you guys. All right, another thing that I didn't want to forget to tell you guys about is pay attention to the harness coming off of your LED. If you look on this side, let me try to focus. Come on. All right, you can kind of see it. There's a plus and a minus for your positive and negative lead. This is our harness for the H7 plug. Obviously, at least this one was simple, but the black is typically always your negative, and the other color, it could be red, it could be, I don't know, a multi-range of colors, but this is my positive. So I just want to make sure that you plug that in correctly, or else you could either fry this thing or it just won't work and then you'll have to switch it. But just to get around that whole debacle. Make sure you pay attention. All right, so I've got everything plugged in. What I'm going to do now, like I did with the other side, is I'm just going to take the harness and the plug and everything, and I'm just going to try to neatly tuck everything inside of our headlight housing. It's really not that bulky, so there's not too much to worry about. Let me see if I can get in there. But there's our plug, and then our resistor box is right there. I'm just going to move that real quick to the side over here. There we go. All right, so now that's down and kind of out of the way. Plug's still over that way. So now you're all set. Now you're good to go. Now let's get both of these turned on and see what they both look like. All right, so I'm hoping this is picking up enough that you guys can see the difference. On the left-hand side over here, I have that halogen Ziza bulb that we used. And then over here is our new LED. All right, so here they are, both installed. They're really white, really bright. They look great. A little bit of a step above those Zizas, those halogen bulbs. These do have heat sinks and fans built into them for heat. I don't think I'll have an issue with that, even with the caps on the back of the headlight housing. Let me come down and get in front of this right here. If you go back and look at my video comparing the halogens and the Zizas, these are way brighter. I mean, you can definitely tell. Just turn my camera flash off real quick. That is extremely white. I mean, that definitely gets really close to the HID look. You can probably hear if I get close. There's a humming, and that's coming from the fan that's built into the very rear of the LED housing right there. Man, that thing's actually moving air pretty good. And I've had these running for a few minutes, and there's zero extra heat that I can feel coming off of them. So let me see if I can get a shot of the garage wall again. All right, so there's the shot of the garage wall. I'll try to edit back to the footage that I showed you guys in a previous video of the Ziza headlights and the stock halogens if I can. I'll edit that into this video real quick, and we'll just do like a little comparison one after the other. But I mean, if you've already seen those videos, this is tons brighter. I mean, way brighter. Let's go ahead and turn the high beams on. All right, so here's the high beams turned on. A little bit taller, a little bit brighter. These do have sort of a weird cutoff with the high beams. I don't know if you can see it really well because this wall's not flat, but they kind of like come up and then they go flat, like with the nice cutoff right here, and then it goes back down and then it goes back up again for the other side. It is kind of weird, but for your driving and the distance that you're using your brights for, it works just fine. There's the high beam from a dead-on view. Come around the side a little bit. Let me go ahead and turn the fog lights on and see if these help compare the yellow halogen fog lights that I have in there a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of get a decent appreciation for how yellow that bulb is down there. The camera's picking up how bright the white is up top, and it's definitely picking up the nice deep yellow coming off of the fog light. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. This was just a quick update for you guys that I did change something with the headlights and everything. Decided to go with these LEDs. They look fantastic. I highly recommend looking into it. Just make sure you get a set that are CAN bus error free. The ones I got claimed to sort of be, but it did mention that you might need an additional resistor harness to get rid of the actual errors. But I've also looked on the forums. I'm going to try the BMW Carly app and actually turn off the headlight checking mechanism that the car uses to tell if a bulb is out or not. So I'll probably give that a shot. If you guys haven't subscribed or anything yet, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment or a like. We got some big things coming. The next video is going to be the reveal of what I've been kind of keeping a secret from you guys for a little while now. That's going to change the Mini completely. All right, stay tuned.